Huwag kang team! 着地来るぞ。やばいやばい、もう後がないぞ。
Hello.
Listen to this.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
I know, right?
What happened to you? You're sick?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I was like, I was still like 70% there this morning, and now it's cooked. It's gone.
Oh my god. I'm assuming you had to like still talk at work and shit too, or did you take off for the day for the patch?
Yeah, I called in sick because I'm sick. It's real. I am sick.
I feel it. I literally had to go to a fucking like conference today for my job, and they're like, yeah, we're gonna be meeting at like the hotel that's like right by the airport and shit. So I'm like, of course, the day that we have patch, I actually have to go do something in person for my job. I love it here. I get over there, I'm thinking, they're like, yeah, they're like, it shouldn't be long. It's usually a pretty quick thing, you know. Usually, it's like last time they were done early enough that we were able to go get like grab brunch and stuff. And I'm like, oh, perfect, cool. These motherfuckers didn't stop yapping until like 2 p.m. I was furious. I was like, I should have just said I was sick, bro. Like, I'm like, dog, I got crafting I could have been doing, unlocking content. Like, damn. I woke up at 6 a.m. and started getting dressed to go to the fuck to like get ready for shit. And I see like Soren and Faye and everyone unlocking shit already, talking about it. I'm like, bro, I got so much FOMO. It was like the one random day of all of my work from home months that I actually have to fucking leave my house for work. It's bullshit.
Yeah.
It's all good though. Honestly,
You're here now.
I was like, fuck it. Yeah, I'm just making gear sets. Once I finish making this monk set, I think I'm taking a break from crafting for the day because I made... This will be my 5th gear set I've made today. I had to make 2 gear sets for Soren. Then I made the main and alt split clear gear sets for my characters, like the 2 I'm taking for our raid. And then this monk set is for a friend of mine who's paying me. And then I still have to make all of my alts gear tomorrow. I'll never be free. And Soren's alts gear tomorrow. Yeah. Dude, I have like... Oh my god. I'm only planning on making 1 gear set for my characters. Like, I used to make 2. Like, I would make healer plus whatever the, like, character's alt job is. Respectively to, like, whatever alt it is. But, like, I'm not doing that shit no more because that's too many resources and too much materia. So I'm like, the caster alt that I play, I'm just making the caster set. Like, I'll get the healer shit with, like, tomes and raid drops and stuff. Like, I'm not bothering with doing crafted, like, double crafted sets on my alts that I play the jobs on. I just low-key hope that, like, Mikey's not over here like, man, we're gonna clamor all the loot for this and this and this, like, after we're all this. And it's like, hey, man, can I still play this game and play other jobs on this game, Smile? Can I have some? Be like, spare some? Dude. Dude, how many more of these do I have to fucking craft? 5 more? Oh my god. You know what? It's worth it. It's worth it. I'm getting 15 million gil. It's so worth it. I still can't believe. Yeah, the person that has me crafting their gear is paying me. The problem was they made the arrangement with me way before they found out that the tier was gonna be delayed by like a month. So they're like, it was like they asked me like way before. They're like, hey man, can you make my gear set for me and I'll pay you 15 mil? And I was like, I mean, I guess it's not a big deal. And then when they announced that the patch was gonna be like 4 weeks later, I was like, hey man, I completely understand if you don't want to like bother with getting it crafted by me because you can get it for a lot cheaper, and also like, you know, you don't have to pay for like fast service and all that shit. And he's like, He's like, honestly, I don't care enough. This is probably my last raid tier in the game anyways. I'm gonna throw my money at someone. I'd rather throw it at somebody I know, so I'll still pay you 15 mil for it. He's like, just get it to me whenever you feel like getting it to me. I'm like, oh, okay, sure. Like, literally, dude's, like, he's not even on the game right now. That's how, like, uncaring he is now that the fucking patch or the Savage tier got delayed. Like, you don't get shit? No. Is it Tim? Does Tim make you craft shit and give you, like, thanks and that's it? I don't know why, I just assume it's either Tim or Paper. That's just like, hey, what, you got me? Alright, thanks, fam. See ya. Tim and Paper and their ults? How many ults do they have? Are they super like weirdos like me and have like 6 ults? Actually, do I have 6? Yeah, actually, yeah, I do have 6. I have... Oh, one for splits, one for PO. Okay, so that's not that bad. Dude, I have 6 or 5, no, 6 ults myself. And then someone wants me to make gear for her ults. And this woman has the nerve to have 8 fucking characters that are all current and relevant and able to do stuff in this, like, right now patch. Like, bro, 8 total? Jesus fucking Christ. Well, I guess, 8 if you include her main and her ult. So she has 6 ults, technically. Like, if you don't include her main and her, like, split clear character. Because from what I heard, her group is planning on doing splits this tier. But I'm like, 8 fucking paladin sets, dog? I was like, bro, you know that Dalaman's not working day 1, right? Like, shit. I was like, sis, this is a lot of fucking, like, 3-star gathering. Like, oh my god. I was like, you know, I gotta craft that shit by hand if Dalaman's not working? And she's like, I only want 2 for day 1 because I'm gonna do the primal. And I was like, you do not need crafted gear for the fucking primal. That's funny. He's like, what the fuck is happening to you? He's probably looking at his screen like, bro, my tank is lost it. No.
No, we have to rep her.
Oh my god. Dude, I was so sure, like, low-key, like, after how last year went, I was so sure you were about to be like, yeah, guys, y'all are cool at all, but, see ya. I was actually so sure. I was like, uh-oh.
I was so lazy, and I made the right choice. Like, I was listening to all my friends who were LFG, DPS, healer, tanks. It was all miserable for everybody.
Yeah,
so I made the right
I heard
call,
from
dude.
some of my friends. I heard from some of my friends, like, my homie Headpats just came back to the game, and he's been looking for a group, and he's like, bro, I feel like all of AOZ is just dog shit now. He's like, I've tried for, like, 4 or 5 air quotes hardcore teams, and, like, half of them can't even do, like, the most basic shit. And I'm like, yikes. I was like, is it really that bad out there? He's like, bro, I don't even think people know what hardcore means anymore. He's like, I think people just think hardcore just means, oh, you're down to just play a lot.
Dude.
But, like, people don't think about the fact that hardcore is also, like, you want to play the game at a high level, too.
Yo, what the fuck does semi-hardcore mean anymore? I'm seeing, like, semi-hardcore posts, recruitment posts, and it's like, oh yeah, week 3 or 4, and I'm like, no!
What?
Yeah!
What? Holy shit! I thought semi-hardcore was, like, week 1 aspirations, week 2 at the latest. Holy shit. That's insane.
It's a meaningless term now.
Dude, this group, when I first joined this group was listed as semi-hardcore because they're like, no one's taking off work for the sake of raid.
Yeah, that's what I thought semi-hardcore meant. Just, like, no PTO.
Yeah, so I thought it was just like, we're gonna raid and try our asses off to, like, get the shit done without having to take any PTO or, like, you know, gimping any other, like, potential IRL obligations. That's kind of all I thought semi-hardcore was, and that's why I joined this group, because they were like, yeah, we're not taking off or anything, we're just gonna run a decent bit within the time that we have and just get the shit done, and we're, you know, GG, see you guys. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. And then, the first tier I joined this group, and the second tier I joined this group, these niggas were sweat lords. They must, I feel like compared to, like, this tier, I'm like, this group must have fucking loved that last tier Shadowbringers, because I was so burnt out of doing Uptime Lion by the time we were, like, done with raid. I was so burnt out, because I'm like, fuck, because I remember the first tier I joined this group, we started doing, like, strat changes and optimization type things in week 2. Like, it was like we cleared, and then we were doing like opti stuff and changing strats around and stuff. And I'm like, we didn't even do splits. Like, we didn't even have the gear to make this all like super worth it. Like, the only people who had weapons that time were like our 2 tanks, because I think it was like we had Steph. Ironically enough, we had Steph back then, and it was our first run through with him, and we were like pretty committed to kicking him after the like tier was done, because we thought he was really really disrespectful of everyone's time. Make a long story short, he pretty much came to raid with nothing prepared. No gear, no food, no crafts,
Oh my god.
no primal weapon, nothing. Like, he came in with nothing and was begging people to like make him shit on the day of raid,
Oh my god.
which not a lot of people were happy about. So it was very much like, damn, this dude joined our group and like clearly doesn't give a fuck. Like, we need to get this guy up out of here. But yeah, he pretty much burnt bridges with the group literally within the first week of the tier dropping, and everyone was like, damn. And like, thankfully it didn't fall back on me, because I told everyone, I was like, look, man, I was like, I played with this guy like 2 times. That's not enough for me to confidently vouch for him. So, oh, is the game getting DDoSed again?
Yo, I lost this craft. GG craft.
Dude, I'm so oh my, I hope I didn't lose it. Like, my character hasn't kneeled down for that yet. Especially because this is the fucking, this is like the actual gear piece itself, so if I lose this, I'm gonna be down like a million gil. Oh, my character kneeled down? Okay, are we good? Okay, we're fine. I survived the DDoS. Dude, the power of a VPN, bro. I've survived 2 DDoSes now today.
Maybe
Holy
I
moly.
need one. I disconnected.
Oh, I just saw both Soren and her co-tank disconnect. Jeez. I cannot believe I've survived 2 DDoSes. Holy shit. Exit lag is the greatest VPN I've ever fucking seen, dog. I'm like, what the fuck, dude? I remember using no ping back in the day and still getting DC'd when this happens. Holy shit. But yeah, as I was saying, this group, like, we started doing like opti and shit like as early as week 2 and 3, because we also had to pick up a new member. And it was like by the time we got to like week like 8 and we were bis, they're like, all right, let's do this stuff now, let's do that stuff now. And I'm like, bro, we've been raiding like 20 hours a week since like week 2, bro. Like, I'm kind of ready to chill for a little bit. They're like, huh? You joined this kind of group and you don't want to commit to these raid hours? I was like, bro, I was not expecting to be raiding as much as I raided in week 1 from week 2 all the way to 8. And they're like, well, we're gonna raid less now. And they're like, I was like, what's less now? And they're like, 3 days a week. I'm like, nigga, I don't even want to do that no more, bro.
Oh my god.
We've been raiding too much as it is, dog. Like, no, I'm good. And then they ended up like getting other people who wanted to do optimization, and just kind of was like, all right, they're like, it's all good. You guys take your break. We'll pick up some other players to fill your slots and keep doing opti. And they did opti, like, it was like Mikey 34, like Pluto, and they all did opti for like an additional like 3 or 4 weeks or some shit like that.
Jesus
Oh, and
Christ.
the Gunbreaker we had at the time, because the Gunbreaker we had was like a giga fucking parse lord. He was like fiending to get like rank 1, but he ended up getting only rank 2 on Gunbreaker. But he was like a fucking giga parse lord. I was like, man. I remember when I first joined this group, I was like, man, this group might be above my pay grade, bro. That's a lot of fucking raiding they did. But then, like, the very next expansion, it was like, yeah, we're not really gonna do much until after we're bis. And that kind of like stayed true for a while there. And then 3rd tier was kind of the same story. Or 2nd tier, I think 2nd tier we didn't do any opti or anything like that. Because I remember it was like, people were kind of like, I forgot what was happening around the 2nd tier. Something happened around the 2nd tier with one of our members where it really fucked up shit. Oh! We lost the play. Wait. I hit the wrong fucking button. Oh, that's so bad. Alright, well, I gotta spend some money. I hit the wrong macro on accident.
Oh no.
I heard the fucking craft shatter, and I was like, why did my craft just shatter? And I'm like, oh, I see what happened. I spent some money to replenish what I just broke on accident. Grade Forge, set 3 of those. Alright, should be good. Gonna need 1 Mastodon leather, sadly. Honestly, I don't know why I'm always like stressing whenever I have to spend money in this game because I'm like I have so much money that I'm like I might as well just at this point I don't even know why I craft anymore. I really don't. Like especially after my
Hate
friend
spending
Headpats left the
money.
game. I don't know why I hate spending money too, but I made a bunch of money from the fruit merc parties from the last like the 7.1. Like I made like almost 300 million gil from patch 7.1 alone, just from
Damn,
doing fruit
dude.
mercs. So like I'm at the point now where it's like I already had like 300 or so mil on me, and then I made another 300 from fruit, and I'm just saving the money in case I win a house, like a personal large house. But I keep losing my bids, so the money's just sitting there, and I'm like, I feel like I should like use this on something. Like it's just there. But anyways, yeah, that second tier of Endwalker, we lost a member because his work like shafted his schedule, and he's like, I can only raid Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. And he didn't tell us this until literally the week before DSR dropped.
What the fuck?
And at the time, our group was like, we had so many conversations at this point that the group was planning on running like 7 days a week for the ultimate with like two long raid days on the weekend. And we had so many different conversations about it. And dude just like doesn't interact, doesn't respond or anything like that. And the week before we do like a prep day, and he's like, by the way, guys, I can only go Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday next week. So then we had to kick him. We picked up some other guy whose name is Vega, and come to find out we had to kick him, but not because he was bad or anything. We kicked him because he was a pedophile. Like legally
Oh
known
my
pedophile.
god!
So it was like he's like hanging out with like some of Jalen's friends or whatever, and they're like chilling in Discord and talking and stuff. And I can't imagine what possessed him to share this secret, but he decided to tell them that he was a registered like sex offender or whatever. But then he's like, she came on to me, and everyone's like, what the fuck? They're like, how are you registered as a sex offender and she came on to you? And then in the mix of like drinking and everything else, and I guess sharing things with one another, he just casually drops the fact that the she that came on to him was like fucking 13 years old.
Wow!
So we find this out on the last day of week 1, and we're like, we gotta get this guy the fuck out of here, bro. Like, we're like, we've been raiding with a registered pedophile? Hell no. So like, and I think it was like Jalen and like one other person took that as an opportunity to like take a break from the game and focus on real life for a bit. So our second tier was kind of like more chill. Some of the rest of the remnants of the group just PF'd and shit. Came back together for the third tier, did our parse runs and shit then. And then unfortunately we made the crucial mistake of attempting to play with Steph a second time, assuming that he learned in the 4 years that we hadn't played with him. Unfortunately, he was the exact same person 4 years later, so we did one tier and one ultimate with Steph and then kicked him again.
Oh my god.
It was like, man. But, I don't know. I genuinely hope that, like, I feel bad because I don't want to sound like I'm like giga shitting on Jalen, but I do kind of hope that with Jalen gone, like people feel like less tension and shit in general with the group. But I don't know. I've had like different talks with different members of the group. Like I've had a talk with Maddie, who like Maddie was pretty much like ready to leave the group because of Jalen alone. And I was like, yikes. Like homegirl was literally like, just because of how uncomfortable and how anxious Jalen was making me because of all his comments and shit that he would say in raid, like I was ready to just leave the group and be like, maybe this just isn't for me. And I was like, damn. She's like, I want to know your thoughts. And I was like, I mean, if you're telling me that Jalen's the reason you were gonna leave, and Jalen left the group like last week, unless you have another reason to leave, it sounds like we're good here. Like I don't know what to tell you. And she's just like, yeah, you're right. I'll stick around. She's like, I enjoy playing with everyone else. Everyone else has good vibes, so I'll down to stick around. And I was like, damn, was Jalen really that bad? And then I like looked at some of our prog VODs from last year, and I was like, yeah, he was a little rough. I was like, he was a little rough. It was like the first prog VOD I opened up was when he called raids simply because he was mad that like a suggestion was made in the middle of the poll.
Man, I don't even remember. I was like looking back and I was like, oh, it wasn't so bad, but like.
The two that I remember, like, I remember he was pretty like insufferable with Becky